Welcome to the Divorce Dad's Court of Chaos How to Play tutorial. By the end of this video, you will be a pro Divorce Dads player. You will have learned about card types, how to play, and how to win her back. Let's get into it. Now, before we get into it, you can find this information and more at divorcedads.shop. Also, each starter pack comes with a rule sheet on the inside of the box. Let's get into it. Now that we're into it, let's get into it. Let's examine my deck. In Divorce Dads, you're going to encounter three types of cards: tools, terrains, and beasts. Let's get into it. Beast cards. Beast cards come in four different types: wood, leather, concrete, and steel. Each beast has a name, beast type, attack and defense value, card type, description, and some will have special attributes. Beast cards are played face up on the field. You can only have a maximum of 5 on at a time. Now, these cards can only be removed from the field if they are destroyed or sacrificed, so choose wisely. Terrain cards. Terrain cards offer buffs to specific types of beasts. In this case, New Condo adds 1 attack and 2 defense to all steel-type beasts on your field. You can only have 1 terrain card on your field at a time, and it only affects your beasts. Terrain cards remain on your field until your opponent destroys them. You can only have 1 at a time, so choose wisely. Tool cards. Tool cards have special attributes that can be attached to a beast, or they can be played directly onto the field. These cards only last 1 turn unless stated otherwise. In some cases, tool cards can be doubled in value by beast attributes. If a tool card has multiple values on it, the first value after the word only is not multiplied. An example, if the tool card Hangover is doubled in value, it would become send only 1 beast from your field to the junk pile and draw 4 cards from the top of your deck. Keep in mind, some tools state they cannot be doubled. Tool cards come in handy when you're in a pinch, so choose them wisely. These are the types of cards you'll encounter in a Divorce Dads battle, but let's examine the gameplay. Let's get into it. The goal. Each player starts off with a 24 pack of cans. The objective of the game is to deplete your opponent's cans by using beast and tool cards. How to start. Each player shuffles their deck and draws 7 cards. Whoever has the least amount of hair on their head goes first. If both players are bald, compare shins. Game end. How does it end? Horribly. The first player to completely deplete their opponent's cans wins. A winner is only determined when 1 player has 0 cans. If the game ends in a draw, whoever has the least amount of hair on their head wins. The game does not end if a player runs out of cards. Deck rules. Players cannot use more than 50 cards in a deck, and no duplicate cards are allowed. How to play. Each turn there are 3 phases: play, attack, draw. Play phase. Each turn you can play up to 2 cards on your field. The player that goes first cannot attack with a beast card on their first turn. Attack phase. If you have a beast on the field, use it to attack your opponent's beast or their cans. If your opponent has any beast in play, you must attack them before you can attack their cans directly, unless stated otherwise. Example, if you have a beast that has a special attribute where they can attack cans directly, this rule does not apply. Each beast can attack 1 beast or, when applicable, cans directly once per turn. Please note that beasts cannot combine attack or defense values unless stated otherwise when in play. When attacking, if your beast's attack points are higher than your opponent's defense points, your opponent's beast is sent to the junk pile, and any remaining points not required to take out the beast go towards depleting your opponent's cans. Example, if New Girlfriend was to attack Midlife Crisis, it would send Midlife Crisis to the junk pile and do 2 damage to the opponent's cans. A 4 attack onto a 2 defense. Basic math. When attacking, if your beast's attack points are equal to your opponent's defense points, both beasts are sent to the respective junk pile and no cans are lost. Example, if New Girlfriend was to attack Blood Pressure, both cards would be sent to their junk pile and no damage would be done to the opponent's cans. A 4 attack onto a 4 defense. If you are a coward, you can decline to attack, so choose wisely. Draw phase. After attacking or declining to do so, you end your turn by drawing one additional card from the top of your deck. Now, let's combine what we've learned today and watch some Divorced Dad's gameplay. Player 1 starts by playing 2 cards, a terrain card, Unfinished Basement, and a beast card, Wedding Ring. Thanks to the terrain, the attack and defense value of Wedding Ring has raised to a 7/3. Since this is the first person to play, they cannot attack with the beast card this turn. Player 1 ends their turn and draws one additional card from the top of their deck. Player 2 plays Parking Lot Cry, a tool card that removes your opponent's terrain, knocking Wedding Ring back down to a 5/2. They will then play a beast card, Bald Spot, and attack Wedding Ring. Bald Spot has a 3 attack and Wedding Ring has a 2 defense, sending Wedding Ring to the junk pile and removing 1 can from the opponent's points. Player 2 ends their turn and draws 1 card from the top of their deck. This turn, Player 1 plays 2 beast cards, Drinking Buddy and Lawnmower. They use Drinking Buddy to attack Bald Spot. Drinking Buddy has a 3 attack and Bald Spot has a 3 defense, sending both cards to their junk pile. Typically in this exchange, no damage to the cans would be done. However, Drinking Buddy has a special attribute that states this beast, when sent to the junk pile, your opponent loses 1 can. So, in this case, the opponent loses 1 can. Now, with Bald Spot out of the way, Lawnmower is free to attack the opponent's cans directly for 1 more additional point. Player 1 ends their turn and draws 1 card from the top of their deck. This game will go back and forth until one player runs out of cans. Your journey to be a top Divorced Dads player has just begun. Well, I hope this helped, and remember, with these cards, you are never alone.